on the basis of risk mitigation. Uh, I had been at a client which was an early adopter of SAP back in 1992, and I was fortunate or unfortunate to see things go wrong, things which a company should not do when they're implementing SAP, processes they should implement and which they did not implement. So I had a first-hand knowledge of things going wrong. So that's why I started Optimal to look at risk mitigation for large enterprises. So Optimal got a very good name in doing risk mitigation across large enterprises who are implementing multi-million-dollar SAP implementations in the range of $100 million to $1 billion engagements. The number one mistake people make in implementing SAP is not changing their business processes to industry best practices. They are married to the way they have been doing business all along for years and years. They should be able to change and use the best practices.
Can you tell?
Cross-integration discussions. You cannot have discussions in silos. A person who is looking for sales area by itself, or financials by itself, or procurement by itself, or human resources by itself. You need to do individual sessions, and then you need to have cross-section. So financials and sales are talking together. Financials and procurement is talking together. Financials and human resources are talking together. They have to have a discussion. They have to have a cross-module discussion, because guess what? Data flows through the processes. Any transaction which starts in sales will end up in financials. So a proper representation. Where implementations go wrong is by not having experts in the area they are dealing with. So if you are as per the scope of your program, you should have experts dealing in each area, people who know that area very well in your industry. So a person who is a specialist in procurement processes in a services industry should be looking at procurement processes and defining how SAP works and how we should adapt to those processes. So many companies do not leverage proper expertise in implementation, and then their structure is not represented properly in SAP, and they do not get the total benefits of implementation.
Rise when I gave the